in Trinity County. All right, we're joined here again on the show by Mariela Gonzalez. Mariela, good evening.
Hey, good evening. How are you?
I'm
How are
doing.
you?
I'm doing well. How are things going out there?
Yeah, so we just learned some new updates. I'm here with Matthew Ford with the Texas A&M Forest Service. We have learned that it's still an active fire. He had told us it's 75% contained now, but it's in 250 acres burned. So Matthew here, he's going to just tell us a little bit about the equipment that came down out here to help fight these fires. And you told us a few aircrafts and air tankers were on scene.
Yes, ma'am. So we had a variety of different aircraft, whether they were fixed wing and rotor. We had one Type 1 helicopter as well as multiple LATs that were ordered up, very large air tankers. And and then one air attack, which is in what that air attack is, it guides all the other aviations so they stay in the right elevation and they don't get mixed up. Along with that, we had multiple volunteer fire departments from a variety of local agencies, 7 dozers from a variety from Texas A&M Forest Service, as well as private contractors.
So as far as right now, he said it's about 75% contained. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you have an estimation? I'm sorry, Mariela, but as far as just for the full containment, like how long that might take?
Crews right now are working through in the evening, still working on to tie in those containment lines. We're going to have a Tiffin strike team as well as multiple local agencies and 2 Texas A&M Forest Service dozers here in the morning to continue to process that mop up to make sure the containment lines are good and tied in and to pre-position for any kind of activity that we may forecast with the weather conditions tomorrow.
And the same question I was going to ask you. We were trying to see how long they were going to be out here for, protecting, make sure it doesn't get more bigger than it already is and such.
So as far as people out there in Trinity County, the people who live in the houses out there kind of in the radius of the fire, can they rest easy now, or are they still in sort of like a standby period?
This is an ongoing and active situation. It is an active fire. There were up to 5 homes that were threatened. All were saved, and there are no road closures at this time or anything. The fire has laid down with the increased humidity. We're looking at the overall recoveries, and we will have local officials as well as local fire departments monitor throughout the night.
And as far as the firefighters themselves, any injuries to report or anything?
No injuries at this time.
Fantastic news. Well, guys, of course, we appreciate your efforts, your work out there. Y'all stay safe. Mariela, any questions from you?
No, we are good. They got it all, and we just hope, again, they stay safe out there and they get this fire contained. We hear good news.
Thank you both. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. So some new information out there from Trinity County. Again, it sounds like some promising news developing out there. The fire is at about 75% contained at the moment. Over 200 acres burned by this fire in Trinity County. As he said there, 5 structures were threatened by this fire, but were able to be saved as work to contain the fire went on around the clock throughout the afternoon/evening/night. So no injuries to report from residents or firefighters. Great news in any metric, and of course no structure damage report either, but still some definite property damage, of course, as far as trees go, things like that. So the work continues throughout the night to tie up containment lines and kind of keep this fire from getting any bigger or spreading any further. But the winds are still up, the conditions are still very, very dry out there, so very active at the moment. But there seems to be some promising developments out there in Trinity County. And we're going to have more 10 o'clock newscasts coming up here, so make sure you stay tuned for the details on that.